At the outset, I would like to convey the greetings of the newly elected Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, His Excellency Tareq Rahman. I reaffirm his unwavering commitment to social justice and labor rights. Our new government's election commitments are anchored on human rights, labor rights, and strong rule of law. These commitments are particularly relevant at a time when the world of work is facing multiple crises. Excellency, the report of the Director General has highlighted the challenges and opportunities of artificial intelligence that the world faces today. At the same time, global conflict, economic difficulties, weakening political commitment for development, and climate change are increasingly threatening livelihood and social justice. Violation of international law and human rights have led to the loss of life, livelihood, and work of Palestinians and Rohingyas. Today, millions of workers remain trapped in insecure and low-wage informal employment. Demographic imbalance between developed and developing countries continue to widen in the absence of safe and orderly migration pathways. Trade dispersion are affecting labor-intensive economy and reducing workers' purchasing power. Excellencies, in response, our government has taken action over long term in the domestic front. We have amended the Labour Act and simplified the trade union registration process. We are also revising the Labour Act and applicable to export processing zones. Alongside existing tripartite mechanism, we are working to establish a tripartite plus national social dialogue forum for inclusive consultation and dialogue. We have established 6 new labor codes. We also introduced independent alternative dispute resolution ADR mechanism to make accountability and compliance stronger. We have modernized and digitized the labor inspection system. Excellency, our government gives importance to women's empowerment. We are investing in women's human capital development. We are implementing a gender roadmap to mainstream gender responsibility in workplace. Honorable Prime Minister has recently announced that education for women in Bangladesh will be made free with stipend up to higher education level. Excellency, Bangladesh remains a steadfast champion of multilateralism. We have recently ratified 3 ILO conventions, becoming the first country in Asia to ratify all fundamental ILO conventions. We have ratified 39 ILO conventions, the highest number in the region. This reflects our firm political commitment to international labor standards and the rights of workers. Excellencies, I take this opportunity to thank the member states for their trust in Bangladesh and electing Ambassador Nahida Suban as the Vice President of the government group in the 114 ILC. In our capacity as the ASPAC coordinator, we made constructive efforts to promote collective engagement of the region to advance social justice. Excellencies, governments alone cannot address the challenges of the world today. We need stronger international cooperation. Allow me to place a few suggestions. First, we must equally prioritize upholding labor standards and creating more employment in the LDCs and climate vulnerable countries. Second, we must invest in health, skills, education and knowledge system to build a resilient human capital base for the future of work. International cooperation must focus on transforming informal employment through social protection, digital integration, and support for entrepreneurship and innovation. Third, we must democratize global level governance. A democratic and inclusive ILO would create greater policy space for national-driven tripartism and development-oriented labor policies. To the collective will of 129 countries remains unrealized by a few in a world where labor treats wealth rather than wealth. Defining the value of labor, we must move beyond the size of economy and listen to the democratic voice of the many. Thank you very much.